turn it, pages keep turning those pages. Time flies when you better read it for ages. This is my first book of the readathon. It's for Care of Magical Creatures with a creature with a beak on the cover. And since the prompt is a hippogriff, I'm using my little hippogriff bookmark that I made. So this is the fourth book in a series, and it's picking off right where the last one left off. But there's not really a whole lot of recap about what happened so far. But thankfully, I think I'm remembering everything okay. I haven't had to go and look up anything that happened previously so far. So I think I'm doing pretty good. It's been like a year or maybe even more since I've read the last book. He's the king of crows, yeah, no one knows. It's the final book, let's see how this goes. Okay, so there's a lot of gross descriptions of walking corpses and bugs. Bugs in places where bugs should not be. It's very gross, and I do not appreciate it. Okay, so I'm a little bit under 200 pages into this book at this time, and I like the book fine. I don't want it to seem like I'm hating on the book, but this is the fourth and final book in a series, and right now it seems like all the characters are on separate road trips that are going to be kind of long and drawn out. And I'm like, shouldn't this be action, fight the bad guys time at this point in the series? No. So I've kind of been slacking on my reading lately, and apparently if I want to stay on track with my readathon goals, I'm gonna need to read 88 pages a day within the next 4 days to finish this book in time to be able to read all of the other books that I would like to read to meet my career. So I'm about to just sit down and do a whole bunch of reading right now and see how many pages I can get read. So it is now April 4th, and I was supposed to have finished King of Crows by today in order to stay on track for the readathon, but I'm still only 340 something pages into the book. That's 550 pages. So I am officially behind schedule for the readathon, but maybe I can catch up tomorrow if I do a bunch of reading. We'll see, but oh well. So far it's not going that well. But it's not my fault. It's the book's fault, because this book is very slow. So I've actually been like skim reading certain chapters because I just don't really care about certain plot lines, and it's just this road trip thing is just dragging on way too long. We need to get to like the final showdown already, so we'll see. We'll see. So the day kind of got away from me a little bit. It is already 5 o'clock and I have not read anything from King of Crows at all today, but that's because I was doing some writing and then exercising, and if you happen to follow my writing vlogs, I actually have some really good news on my novel writing front for my Chosen One Comedy Book 2. I added up last month's word count and I wrote 15,000 words, which is 1,000 words past my monthly word count goal, so I am super excited about that. I am on track to finish this book hopefully by the end of June this year, which is super exciting because my main goal for this first half of the year was to try and finish a novel in less than a year, in about a half a year, because I've never been able to write a book that fast before. So far, so good on that front. But I still need to finish this book. I still have 200 pages left, and I was supposed to finish it by yesterday in order to be able to read all of the books I want to read for this readathon. It knows I'm watching. It's coming for me. It is now April 10th. Yesterday I made it to page 435 of King of Crows, and stuff is kind of starting to happen, but still not quite as much as I would hope with only about 100 pages left to go in the book. So we'll see if, like, the final showdown happens, 1, soon, and 2 is, like, super exciting and it's just, like, mind-blowing and amazing, which I'm kind of doubting at this point. But, you know, I still gotta see how the series ends. I'm so close, and I've been reading this series since it came out in, like, 2011 is when the first book came out. So I've been reading this series for almost 10 years now. It's been a journey. I'm ready for it to end, though. I need to know who lives, who dies, who tells your story. No, I need to know if they defeat the bad guy, which if they don't, that'd be really depressing. So, I should shut up and read now, right? I finally finished it. So, it honestly took until about the last 70 pages for it to start to become interesting and for stuff to really start happening. And then I was kind of let down by the final showdown. Expected it to be a lot bigger because this is like the finale of 4 books. But it was just kind of over too quickly and disappointing. And a couple characters did die, but they weren't ones that I particularly liked, so And then I decided to read Into the Land of the Unicorns as a nice short break after King of Crows. And it was so cute. I remember now why I loved this book so much. There's so much that could be expanded on in this world. And now I really, really just want to read the sequel, Song of the Wanderer, but it doesn't fit any of the prompts. This is a book with a dragon in it, so it fits the prompt for becoming a dragon tamer. So now I am certified to trade dragons. Yay! Come, little dragons, do my bidding. Unicorn Land, yeah, Unicorn Land. Let's go to Unicorn Land. Unicorn Land, yeah, Unicorn Land. Let's go to Unicorn Land. I also listened to the audiobook versions of the Bane Chronicles novellas, some of which were much better than others, and I might end up using some of those to fit prompts if I desperately need to at the end of the readathon. But this made me realize how helpful an audiobook could be for me, so I'm switching my unscripted, which was to read a book outside your favorite genre. I'll put the class on the screen because I'm drawing a blank on what class that's for, to read the Trials of Apollo Book 4 audiobook, and how that fits outside my favorite genre is, my favorite genre is technically YA, and that's a middle grade, so it counts. I'm counting it. I've just barely started that one, but so far it is very entertaining to listen to. So to wrap up April 1st through 11th of this readathon, I have so far completed 1 class, Care of Magical Creatures, and I've completed my Dragon Tamer certification training. I read a bunch of novellas, listened to a bunch of novellas, but I'm not sure if I'm going to count them yet. So right now my statistics are at, I've read 2 books, and so I am on I think A for my owls. So any of those prompts that I have completed, I get like an A grade for it. I think that's how this all works. Let me know how you're doing if you are participating in the Magical Readathon, or just how your reading is going so far this month in general. Chatting with you in the comments always makes my day, and I will see you with another video sometime, hopefully soon. I forgot how to do outros apparently. Goodbye!